Hi, good morning. So today we will talk about in an instance what to do and how to change the disk. So last video we have talked about if you created the instance, right? We have set the disk size, we have set the RAM core and your CPU, right? Now the questions come here that I ask you, hey, can you change the disk size from 10 to 20 GB? And if I ask you change some configuration in terms of your RAM, your CPU, right? So what is the process, how we can do that? So today's session is all about changing the configuration in your existing machine. So we'll click onto this Prwatech. I guess this instance you might have created. If you have created, then you see that scroll down. So we have this all the option running. This is the configuration right now we have. Zone is you have a running. This is the creation time that we have created. Zone is that. A brief about your instance configuration. It is in use, reservation, scrolled up, and then we see that machine configuration, right? So this machine configuration you see here, it is a E2 micro, correct? The machine name is equally important, you should remember that. So E2 micro, CPU platform Intel Prwatech. And now if you see some more information about the firewall on, we have not discussed. So let's talk about the storage, right? So here we have the storage. The image we are using, it's an Ubuntu, right, operating system we had, and the size we have put the 15 GB. Okay, now and you have a balanced persistent disk. So this is what the existing configuration. Now I ask you, hey, can you change this disk size from 15 to 20 GB or 40 GB? Then how you will do that? Okay, so you have to do nothing. There's an option called edit. Click on your edit. Okay, after clicking on edit, what are the things you can change and which are not changeable? You can see this option. So now scroll down. Now we are getting to your configuration. You can see still your machine configuration is not editable. I will talk about why. Let's work on to the first on the disk part. Now coming to the disk. Okay, better. Now it's a 15 GB. Now I will make it 20 GB. All right, scroll up. Now you have the option add new disk. Now click on to add new disk. Okay, and now the question was how to change the disk size from 15 to 20 GB or as per your requirement. You want to increase or you want to decrease, that's completely depends upon your requirement. Here we want to add a new disk, right? You want to increase the disk size of your machine, right? So here you can give the disk name, right? Like you can write it like a Prwatech external disk. I can give the machine name. Okay, that I write it Prwatech external disk. All right, now you can write some description. Okay, name is permanent, right? I'm just skipping that. If it needed some for what purpose you are using this that disk, so you can write some description, that option you have. Now there's something called disk. I want to use a blank disk, a completely blank. All right, and yeah, again, what kind of disk you want to add it? Like you remember that it's very similar. Like if you have a laptop and GB is completely filled, your disk is completely filled, what you do in that case, right? There's a slot and you add external disk. Same things what we are doing here, we are adding the external disk kind of. Okay, so here you have this option. I will go with the persistent disk, right? All right, and what you want, what the size? We want the size 15 to 20 GB. So I need 5 GB extra external disk. So you just put 5 GB. Okay, again you see that provision between. Okay, and let's see whether it work or not. So let's click on to save. Okay, it is not taking, remember I told you that it's taking minimum 10 GB of disk, so we have to make it 10 GB. Okay, right, now scroll down. This thing's not needed now. Okay, just let's click on save. All right, and your disk size, now your machine, earlier it was a 15 GB, now plus 10, it's now become 25 GB of your disk. Total size of your machine disk size is what? 25 GB. Now you see that it is showing here. It will take time to save this machine. So new disk, Prwatech external disk, it's a 10 GB, and it will take some time to save this configuration. So this is how, guys, we understand to add a new disk in your existing machine. The minimum size should be 10 at the time of creation also, even you are using a new disk also. Okay, scroll down please. So now you see that it's a 15 GB, and if you scroll up, it will be showing that scroll up. Yeah, scroll. Okay, so now the additional disk you will be getting here, the new configuration that we have made it is coming here. It's a 10 GB, and that's a Prwatech external disk, and balance disk size, every information what you have done you can see it here. Hey, don't forget to download our app for access to free courses and interactive quizzes. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and free content. See you next time. Happy learning.